Imagine the world of royalty, where duty, tradition, and history seem to weigh heavier than love itself. For years, we've watched Princess Leonor of Spain grow under the gaze of the monarchy, and Prince Christian of Denmark rise as the heir to a kingdom of his own. These were lives carefully choreographed, destinies seemingly etched in stone. And yet, just when everyone thought the royal script was predictable, suddenly, a breathtaking twist. The announcement nobody saw coming. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian are not only engaged but will be walking down the aisle together, next week. But here's the contradiction. While the world is gasping at the speed and secrecy of it all, behind palace walls, whispers suggest this wedding has been quietly building for years. A love nurtured in shadows, hidden beneath layers of royal protocol, waiting for the one moment when duty and desire could finally collide. And now, it's happening before our very eyes. From here, the story unfolds like a tapestry of love, politics, and destiny. To understand how such a monumental event came to be, we must travel back, years before this shocking announcement, to uncover the hidden truth about Leonor and Christian's bond. Theirs is not just the tale of two young royals, it's the story of two families, two kingdoms, and two futures intertwined in ways that few could ever imagine. As a child, Leonor was the golden heir of Spain, raised with the weight of a crown upon her head. Every gesture, every smile, every word prepared her for the moment she would one day ascend the throne. For Christian, it was much the same in Denmark. The cameras, the expectations, the endless comparisons to his father, Crown Prince Frederik. Both heirs, both trapped in gilded cages, yet fate had something entirely different in store for them. Their paths first crossed during official royal gatherings, moments that seemed fleeting to the public but were far more significant than anyone realized. While dignitaries exchanged formalities and cameras captured polite smiles, something invisible but undeniable began to stir between the Spanish princess and the Danish prince. It began as friendship, innocent, youthful, almost unremarkable. But those who were close enough to observe noticed how often their eyes found one another, how conversations stretched longer than protocol allowed, how laughter flowed more naturally when they were together. Years passed, and the world assumed nothing more. Leonor went off to military training, embodying Spain's commitment to a strong, prepared monarchy. Christian continued his studies, often seen with friends, portrayed as carefree in the Danish press. But away from headlines and royal duties, a private connection deepened. Messages, letters, secret meetings during international visits, all laying the foundation of a love story that was never supposed to happen this way. And so, here lies the heart of the tension. This is not merely a royal engagement, nor just another wedding to dazzle the world with crowns and gowns. This is a union born of defiance, of courage, of choosing love over centuries of arranged traditions. But that begs the question, why now? Why so suddenly, and why in secrecy until the very last moment? Some suggest the families wanted to avoid months of speculation and pressure. Others whisper that internal palace disagreements almost derailed the union, and announcing it close to the wedding itself was the only way to protect Leonor and Christian from relentless scrutiny. And then, there are those who believe this was their plan all along, to surprise the world, to remind us that even heirs to thrones deserve to write their own stories. And what of their families? For Queen Letizia and King Felipe of Spain, this is both joyous and bittersweet. Joyous, because Leonor has found someone who truly understands her burdens. Bittersweet, because she is not just their daughter, she is their heir, their future monarch. To share her life with another royal means blending legacies, intertwining futures, and perhaps one day forging a new chapter in European history. For Queen Margrethe and Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark, the emotions run just as high. Christian is their eldest, their hope for continuity, the young man who will one day bear the crown. To see him stand beside Leonor is not only a personal triumph but a political alliance echoing centuries of royal strategy. Denmark and Spain, two kingdoms bound not just by treaties or diplomacy, but now by blood and by love. Yet, beneath the glittering surface of celebration, questions linger. Will Leonor remain the Spanish heir when she becomes Christian's wife? Will she rule Spain while he rules Denmark, creating an unprecedented dual monarchy across nations? Or will they choose one throne over the other, sacrificing a crown in the name of love? These are questions no palace has dared to fully answer yet, and perhaps that is why the announcement came with such shock. The world is left breathless, suspended between tradition and transformation, wondering what kind of future these two will shape together. And the wedding itself, just a week away, promises to be unlike anything we have ever seen before. Imagine the spectacle: two of Europe's most important royal houses uniting in an event that will draw presidents, kings, queens, prime ministers, and dignitaries from across the globe. The streets of Madrid and Copenhagen already prepare for the tidal wave of royal fever, as crowds gather in hopes of glimpsing history in the making. The dress Leonor will wear remains a closely guarded secret. Designers across Europe have been whispered about, with speculation running wild. Will she choose a gown rich with Spanish tradition, or one that pays homage to Denmark's regal elegance? The world waits, holding its breath. And Christian, soon to be both husband and future king, stands at the precipice of manhood and monarchy. For years he has been seen as the playful prince, a boy of charm and quiet rebellion. But next week, the world will watch him as something far greater, a man pledging his life to the woman who will share his throne, his destiny, and his future. As the days tick down, one truth becomes clear: this wedding is more than a royal union. It is a reminder that beneath crowns and titles, these heirs are human, capable of love, of sacrifice, of dreams that defy tradition. And so, the final curiosity remains: will this marriage reshape the very future of European monarchy? Will Leonor and Christian rise not just as king and queen in their own right, but as symbols of a new generation of royals who dare to follow their hearts? 1 week from now, the world will witness the answer. Because in the end, this is not simply a wedding. It is history unfolding, destiny rewritten, and a love story powerful enough to change the course of nations. And as the bells toll and the vows are spoken, every eye will be watching, because for once, the fairy tale is real.